Look, infrastructure is a long-term investment. This region badly needs transport infrastructure, electricity, energy, water, urban development. Those long-term needs, the hundreds of millions of people who don't have power, need to be attended to. They are not affected by the short-term tension that you mentioned. I think Asia is a region that illustrates the incredible benefits from free trade. I mean, this region has grown and grown together with the rest of the world because it has traded freely. And while there are certainly risks in the environment right now, I mean, we have all the confidence that everyone will recognize how much benefit there is to have from mutual cooperation, from trade. And as I said, the needs for energy, for transport, and for cities will not go away.
You talk about the long-term play here. One of the big investments on the Chinese side of things has been, of course, Belt and Road. And it does seem like, last week we were talking to the Malaysian finance minister, for example, pushing back on some of the projects that were marked under a previous administration with concerns about debt. A lot of these are Belt and Road projects. And then the weeks before that, we had discussions about a lot of the African nations who are coming in here to have discussions, once again, inviting the investments from China, but also raising the red flag to say this debt is becoming an issue. Are we seeing a bit of a pushback on these Belt and Road projects, you think, as China looks to expand its infrastructure investments?
I think you can lift the veil of this big label, Belt and Road, and ask what's under this veil. And under this veil are many different projects. And in the end, you have to look at every project on its own merits. Ask whether the project is financially viable, whether it brings economic benefits, whether it's environmentally sound, whether the sponsor or the government can afford the debt that is needed to make these investments. And that's how we are approaching infrastructure investments, whether they're Belt and Road or not. We're asking, is this a good project? And if it is a good project that pays back adequate returns and benefits the population and is environmentally sound, then we invest. If it is not, we don't invest, and others, frankly, shouldn't invest either. I mean, the capacity to take on debt to invest allows countries to grow faster, but only if they invest well. So in the end, it comes down to, is the project generating high economic returns? Does it contribute to growth, to employment? So it comes down to good project analysis. And by bringing multilateral lenders like ourselves into projects, you bring high quality project standards into the assessment of those projects.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.